Bro, let me see if I'm actually live. Let me see. Oh my gosh. Yo, what's up, y'all? Yo, what's up? Gotta talk about this. Gotta talk about this, man. What's up, y'all? I'm like, man, I gotta jump on YouTube or something. I gotta jump on. Bro, if y'all if you have not seen the newest episode, leave now. Leave now. Please leave now if you have not seen that last episode. I mean, the newest episode, bro. I'm telling you, you will get spoiled. I promise you. I promise you, because we about to get into it. We're about to get into it, bro. Did I? Oh no way! I know I didn't just see what I. Oh my gosh! I know I didn't just see what I saw. I know I did not just see this. Am I tripping, y'all? Oh my, bro, that was so disappointing. That was so disappointing, man. That was so disappointing. Now, look. I'm not just upset because there was no fusion and no Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. That's not the whole reason behind this. There's more to it. Bro, there was so much buildup just for it to fall, just for it to crumble in the end. Y'all have bro, I don't think I've ever seen me this hype before, bro. I usually just be talking like normal on the summaries and in the videos. What's going on? GT over Daima all the way, bro. I'm not just saying that because of this final episode. That's not the frustration talking. But bro, look, GT had horrible execution. Daima had better execution. But GT conceptually was better overall. Conceptually, form-wise, all of that was better. Bro, look, listen. Where do I start? Where do I even start with this? Where do I even start? First off, the first quarter of the episode had me. I'm not gonna lie. I was here for the first quarter of the episode. I said, you know what? I said, dang, Goku, you going crazy. I said, Super Saiyan 4. I said, okay. I'm like, all right, we about to get into it. And then they hit me with you know how they hit you with the Daima logo in the bottom left hand corner? Bro, as soon as I saw the Daima logo, I said, it might be over. I said, it might be over. I said, Lord Jesus, don't let this be what I think it's going to be. Please don't let this be what I think it's going to be. I said, if we don't get Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, I said, okay. I'm like, bro, no way. So we going through the fight and everything is happening, and Piccolo runs up. I'm like, Piccolo, I'm like, okay. I'm like, he's not going to get him, though. Piccolo's not going to get him because we going to get fusion. So there's no way in the world that they would allow Piccolo to do this. So I'm like, okay, this is just going to be the normal trope of, okay, I'm going to try to do my thing, but I'm going to fail. Piccolo in his adult form gets swatted to the side like he's nothing. So I'm like, okay, that sucks for Piccolo, but we expected this because fusion is coming. I'm like, all right, Piccolo, get out of the way. I don't care no more. So Piccolo get to the ground. Oh my gosh. You got to be kidding me, bro. I can't believe this happened. I can't believe it. I can't believe it, bro. I can't believe it. Piccolo hits the ground. Coup! Out of all people. Coup! Let me say this one more time for y'all who can't hear me. Coup! Out of all people, used a book that just appeared in last episode and hit Goma and knocked the evil third eye out of him after he just said, I'm not gonna let that happen again. He just said, oh snap, Piccolo tried to knock the evil third eye out of my head. I can't let that happen again. Coup couldn't even beat Tamagami #1. He couldn't even beat him. He didn't come close. He didn't even come close to beating Tamagami #1. In what universe does it make sense to put Ku on the front line and knock the evil third eye from his head? Bro, stop glazing Ku. He is not goated. Ku is lame. Bro, my biggest problem with Daima, and I've seen other people say this, but I used to think that they was being a little bit harsh on it because I was like, it's not over yet. My biggest problem with Daima is that there's too much build up and the execution is not there. Oh my gosh, there's so much build up and they just ruin it every time. Why does this keep happening? Why can't we just have a timeline where GT stuff pans out correctly? And this is a sad thing to say because we will never have this type of opportunity for a GT reboot probably ever again. What the freak? What just happened? And that's not even the worst of it. Bro, skipping ahead, we get to the end. We get to the end of the thing, and I'm skipping around. I'm skipping around because there's so much that I gotta say. We get to the end. And I'm like, okay, they're going back to the shop. I'm like, okay, I don't know how they're going to fit a fusion into this, but at least somebody going to fuse, right? I'm like, somebody going to fuse. We get up in there. Bro, they tell us that they had evil third eyes in there all along. I'm like, what are y'all doing in the studio? What are y'all doing in the studio? You telling me that the evil third eye that we had a whole flashback for, that we thinking is just this magnificent artifact in Dragon Ball history, turned out to be just nothing after all? Anybody could have done this? I'm like, bro, stop backtracking on your, stop backtracking. Stop backtracking. Vegeta didn't get Super Saiyan 4. Why? Why are we hating on Vegeta one last time? Why are we doing this? Bro, for anybody who's just coming in, look, I do not hate Daima. This is not a Daima. This is not a let's hate on Daima stream. This is a, bro, this could have been so much better stream. Like this is horrible. This was a horrible final decision. Why? I don't understand. Like, somebody help me understand, bro. I'm like, this is just making people like me be like, bro, we should have just got Dragon Ball Super Season 2. Because I'm like, this is crazy. No Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. And then he's talking to Goku. And he says, you know what? I'm mad I couldn't get that form or whatever he said. Goku talking about some, yeah, I could have done it all along. Stop glazing Goku. No, you couldn't. And if you could do it all along, why are you telling us this? This is so, at the end of the episode, we have so many unanswered questions for Dragon Ball Super. It's so many unanswered questions. So now we're left to wonder, okay, did Goku just not use Super Saiyan 4 because he just didn't want to? Does he have to be in a super horrible situation in order for it to happen? Does he have to have his Saiyan primal instincts activated? I'm like, so many questions, and we don't know. And they can't say, okay, you know what? Well, he has to be in a really horrible situation in order for it to take effect. Moro? That's as horrible as it gets. He was donutted. I'm like, it don't get no worse than that. So where's Super Saiyan 4 at? Why isn't it being used? Bro, oh my freaking gosh. They just left so much on the table. Anybody that says Dragon Ball Daima's final episode was peak is lying. You are lying. You're lying. And I thought it was going to be peak. I thought it was. I'm like, man, Tori, I'm about to go out with a bang. These last episodes have been amazing. Oh my gosh. Just to get to the end. And they just backtracked on everything. All of that buildup. All of that buildup. Just completely whitewashed. Just washed away. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Bro, someone help me understand. Someone help me understand. Daima didn't get good until episode 8, in my opinion. It didn't get super interesting until episode 8. So I'm like, you know what? I'm like, all right. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, after episode 8, I'm like, they dropping lore. They got all of this coming. Then we get to the end. Goku gets Super Saiyan 4, even though nobody thought it was possible. Well, I'm not gonna say nobody, but so many people was like, bro, Super Saiyan 4 is not happening. You had so many people talking so much trash. Like, Super Saiyan 4 ain't happening. Anybody who thinks it is going is an idiot. All of this stuff. We get Super Saiyan 4. Bro, what's Saba 1, bro? The ultimate one of the ultimate power scalers. You get the cookie after all, my guy. You said that fusion was not happening. Bro literally predicted it. He said it's not happening. It's not enough time in the episode. It's only this amount of minutes. It ain't happening. He got it. I'm not gonna lie. You had it. I was hoping you was gonna be wrong so bad. I was so confident. Listen. There was so many comparisons throughout Dragon Ball Daima that fit into the lore, that fit into the perspective of Dragon Ball GT. Bro, you had just a few off the top of my head, like I did in a video that I posted on TikTok in like the second channel. Like, you had the betrayal with Glorio, which was like the betrayal with that was the same like the betrayal with Giru. You had Goku transforming into a kid, just like you had everybody else transforming into a kid with Daima. You had a lot like the planet with the giants, the same planet with the giants in GT. It was so many comparisons. And then you get to the end and say the best part about GT, the part that everybody is looking forward to, Fusion and Super Saiyan 4. We're only gonna give it to Goku, and we're not gonna do a fusion. What was the point in introducing the fusion bugs if there was gonna be no fusion? There was no fusion at all. Did they forget? Bro, oh my gosh. This episode made me so effing angry. Bro, it made me angry too. And thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. Bro, no way. I can't believe that episode was not peak, bro. It was not peak. Bro, I'm like, don't get me wrong. I'm not even angry. I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed, man. I'm not angry. I'm disappointed. Like, I'm just like, bro, have y'all ever seen that meme where in that Spider-Man 3 game where he hit the all those tests and nothing? That's how I feel right now. All that buildup and nothing. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Bro, I'm with you, man. I'm beyond disappointed. Man. It was so much buildup. Just to disappoint. I went on Twitter today, bro. Come on, man. My timeline was when Super Saiyan 4 was first appeared and all this stuff in Daima, man. I couldn't see a post that wasn't hype about it. The end of this episode, you got people laughing. All this, you got people laughing. They like, bro, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Like, I'm like, what's going on? Bro, if you're not hurt about this final episode, bro, if you're not hurt about this last episode, I'm shocked. How can you watch this final episode and say, you know what? I'm satisfied. After watching all of it? Oh my gosh. It was so much build up to get to this point. Why? And am I I was like, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. Correct me if I'm wrong, because when I got to this part, I was so busy screaming and ranting that I might have missed it. So, when I go back and do the Daima summary, which, for anybody that subscribed to the channel, obviously, Daima summary is coming up. But, bro, like, we get, like, why is Ku the new leader of the new king of the demon realm? Why? How did that happen? Who decided that this was a good idea? And why put Ku in a position like he was putting in work throughout Daima? He was not putting in no work. I'm just like, you're like, the reward for such a, don't get me wrong, Ku isn't a trash character, but he's not a good one either. He's not really a good character? Like, what classifies a good character in your eyes? And don't just say that because Toriyama made him, he's a good character. Like, if you say that, then you got to apply that to all the other characters that y'all don't mention or care about on the daily. Like, what genuinely makes him a good character? Bro, I would say overall, and I'm still not done ranting, but overall, the episode was a smooth 5 out of 10. No. The episode was a smooth 6 out of 10. And I'd say overall, Daima as a whole, I give it like 6.5. And that's being generous. That's just my opinion, though. It's no offense to Akira Toriyama or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Dragon Ball channel. I'm one of the biggest, probably, Dragon Ball fans there is. But I'm like, bro, you also gotta point out when there's some shady, some stuff going on. This is wild. Like, this is wild, bro. Like, I could see if there was like 2 more episodes left, I would be like, okay. But on the last episode, the finale, they hit us with this. The finale, man. It's crazy. And bro, I'm definitely going to do, on top of the Daima summary that I'm going to post on the channel, I'm also going to do a review. I'm also going to do an in-depth review as well. But bro, one of the things that really didn't sit well with me either throughout Daima was the fact that Glorio's betrayal, quote unquote betrayal, was not a betrayal at all. It wasn't a betrayal. Like, let me know if any of y'all agree with that for real. It wasn't. A betrayal is if he actually goes along with the plan. Glorio actually got to the point to where it was like, okay, now it's time to betray them. So go ahead and do something. And he said, you know what? Nah, because, I really like him. I'm like, you haven't showed any signs of wavering this entire journey. And then when you finally get to the point to where it's time to actually do the betraying, now it's, I just love Goku and them so much. We didn't know that. He didn't show no signs of that throughout the entire thing. No signs of his heart shifting to the side of good. None of that. It was just straight up just stone face the entire time. I'm like, what? I'm like, this betrayal didn't make no sense. I expected somebody to come in and be like, you know what I'm saying? They betrayed him, and Goku come in talking about some Glorilla. What are you doing? And he be like, it's Glorio. You know what I'm saying? They get into some sort of altercation or something. I'm expecting like an actual betrayal, some type of actual battle. But as soon as Goku beat Glorio the first time they quote unquote fought, I guess that was just the end of it, and we were just left to assume, okay, well, we already know Glorio weak now. I'm like, no display, no other true display of his power? What the heck? Bro, thank you for the donation again. Dude, the Tertian Oculus at the end. That's what I'm saying, bro. They just messed it up. You thought the evil third eye was just this thing that was just so amazing. And it's like, bro, like, I cannot believe like this is something in the Dragon Ball lore and blah, blah, blah. All along, you telling me that they had more in the shop? Are you kidding me? This is insane. This is insane, bro. I'm telling you, I cannot believe it. I can't believe they went this direction. Piccolo, Ku getting more shine over Piccolo is insane. This is the same Piccolo who nearly defeated second form Frieza. This is the same Piccolo who was boxing with Android 17. The same Piccolo who nearly defeated Imperfect Cell. The same Piccolo who outshined and outclassed a Super Saiyan at one point in the series. This same Piccolo was tossed aside like he was nothing in order for Ku to get the shine in a moment that didn't make any sense for his character or for the story. What the heck? I'm like, what? It was so many backpedals. It was so many backpedals in this episode, in this final episode. It was so frustrating. When I tell y'all, when I tell you, when I tell you that as soon as Ku hit, like he hit him one time with the book, I said, okay. I said he's going to get hit aside too. He hit him the second time. It's like I'm literally seeing this in slow motion. I'm like, bro, okay. I'm like, this is not about to go the way that I think it's about to go. I said he hit him twice. It's going to be the same thing. He's going to knock him aside. He hit him 3 times. When that book hit the back of his head the third time, my whole excitement and my whole excited expression dropped. Everything dropped. I said, no way. I said, no way. And then after everybody is celebrating, I'm like, okay, Goku is still in Super Saiyan 4. He's still in Super Saiyan 4. Somehow, something is gonna happen to where Goma is gonna break free. It's still gonna be a little weird, but I'm willing to accept it. He's gonna break free. Somebody gonna fuse. Bro, tell me why next shot Goku is in his base form. I'm like, what? I'm like, no way. No way, bro. No way. I'm not going to say the episode was trash. It wasn't trash, but it wasn't good either. It was just okay. The anger is telling me to say that this is bad. It wasn't bad, but it was just okay. It's like that fine line in between bad and okay. And I think it shifts to whatever depending on what your opinion is. But if anybody says this episode was aside, we're not talking about animation. We're not talking about animation. That was beautiful. Animation throughout the entire episode was amazing. 10 out of 10. But if we're saying in terms of story, plot, all of that stuff, if you say that this episode was great based on story and plot alone, you have not been paying attention to Daima. You must have tuned in the very last episode. What the heck was that? What was that? All those tests and nothing. I'm like, oh my gosh. No. I can't believe it. It was such a I waited all week for this, bro. I waited all week. I waited all week for this. All week. I said, man, Friday's about to be amazing, man. I'm going around the house. I'm like, yeah, Friday, Daima. I'm excited for this, bro. I was so excited. I get to the end. I'm like, I literally, bro, I'm not so invested in anime that I'm going to cry if something happens. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like, I'm not talking about emotional moments, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, if I don't get my way with something, I'm not so invested in an anime that I'm actually going to cry. But I was so frustrated with this final episode. I felt like if I did cry, it would have been justified. That's how disappointed I was in this final episode. I said, yo, what? Bro, thank you for the donation. Oh, okay. He said no join bug, follow through, no Super Saiyan 4 explanation, no Demon King. Goku having it on screen just to tell Vegeta. That's what I'm saying. He just had Super Saiyan 4. He just knew that he could tap into Super Saiyan 4 all this time. The glaze for Goku is insane. He said, I knew I had it the whole time. I just didn't know if it would work. I said, what? That's not cool. That's not cool, bro. That's not cool. They tried to pull the end of the tournament of power on us, talking about some tap into that form again. I don't know how. I'm like, yo, this is not the same thing. If Goku could have done it, he'd have been done it. Talking about something, I just didn't know if it would work. What? Oh my gosh. What was the point in never giving him power? What was the point in never stepping in front of him? What was the point? There was literally no point in never stepping in front of him and giving him that power if he had it within him all along. It's like they was just doing stuff throughout Daima just to progress things along, even if it didn't make any sense. How do you literally sit in here and write this and say, you know what? I'm gonna write this in, but it's not gonna make any sense when Daima finishes. But I'm okay with that. What? What? It's all gotta fit together. It's all gotta come together. Why? Why? Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh. I just can't believe it. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. He said I was destroyed. I was too. Ku is overrated. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all stop hyping up Ku. He's overrated. Everybody was saying the most people wanted out of Ku and Do was for them to fuse, which that didn't even make sense. If Ku and Do would have fused, though, that would have been better than this ending. That would have at least been better than this ending. I'm like, what? Bro, I can't believe it. I just, like, what was the point in introducing the join bugs? What was the point? Why did we even get them? Why did we get the join bugs at all? Toriyama trolled us one last time. That's what I'm saying. I literally said this while I was watching the episode. I said he trolled us on purpose. He did it on purpose. And that's no knock to Toriyama. You know what I'm saying? He can do whatever he wants. It's his franchise. You know what I'm saying? He can do whatever he wants. That don't mean I gotta like it. I don't. I'm disappointed. I'm upset. I'm mad. I'm disappointed. I'm so disappointed, bro. Oh my gosh, man. Just imagine. Like, just imagine. Like, you know how when you were kids and stuff like that, right? You used to be told, like, just imagine, like, I'm telling you, okay, we're gonna go to your favorite spot. Like, we're gonna go to your favorite spot as a kid. Let's just say Chuck E. Cheese or something like that. This is the greatest example I can think about right now because I'm just so, like, all over the place. Let's just say we're gonna go to Chuck E. Cheese or something like that, and I'm promising you all week, I'm like, we're gonna go to Chuck E. Cheese. We're gonna go to Chuck E. Cheese. And then when it's time to go to Chuck E. Cheese, I take you to a broken playground in the ghetto. You gonna look at me like, what is this? What is this? This is not Chuck E. Cheese. Bro, oh my gosh, man. I can't believe it. I can't believe it, man. This is so frustrating. I don't think I've ever been this frustrated with Dragon Ball before. I don't think I've ever been this frustrated. Now, I gotta give it to Toriyama. He gave us Super Saiyan 4 in canon. He gave us Super Saiyan 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had a whole new series to hold us over. Gotta be grateful for that. I appreciate it. He gave us some great content. It just wasn't wrapped up well. I don't know if somebody literally said, you know what would be funny? Is if we treated Daima the same way we treated GT. Great ideas, but horrible execution. Somebody said that. Somebody in the writer's room said, you know what? We not gonna give Vegeta Super Saiyan 4. All of this artwork, all of this fan art that I was seeing, I'm sitting here thinking it's about to be a reality. I'm sitting here thinking this is genuinely a possibility. Vegeta is going to get Super Saiyan 4. Goku was struggling a little bit because Goma's the third eye. Yo, I'm sitting here talking about all of this other stuff, but I didn't even talk about the fact that Goma was so underwhelming in the end. All of that build up for his strength. The third eye didn't even reach its peak. We have no reason to believe that the third eye and Goma's fusion, we have no reason to believe that reached its peak. It didn't reach its peak. That his strength could have kept growing. But you telling me that Ku, out of all people, put an end to it? Ku? You gonna give us Super Saiyan 4 just so Ku can put an end to it? At least let Super Saiyan 4 be the end. At least let Super Saiyan 4 do it. Why Ku? Like, legitimately, somebody give me a good reason as to why Ku, over Super Saiyan 4, over Vegeta, over Piccolo, over a fusion. Give me a good reason as to why Ku was the best choice out of everyone on the battlefield. Why was it Ku? Oh my gosh. Goma really was one of the worst villains. I'm not going to lie. He had a lot of potential. He had a lot of potential. FM Bills, I appreciate it, bro. Thanks for the donations, man. You going crazy today. Training for Super Saiyan 4 off screen is beyond BS. I agree. You telling me he trained for Super Saiyan 4 off screen and he knew he could pull this off? He knew he could pull this off? This? He knew he could do this? No, he didn't. He's lying. I'm like, come on, man. Stop it. Stop. I'm like, come on, man. Stop. It is Toriyama humor, basically. Man, look, comedy is subjective. It ain't funny. I'm not laughing. I'm laughing right now, but I was not laughing during this episode. I'm like, if this is a joke, I don't get it. Because this is not funny. I'm like, bro, I can't believe it. I'm gonna sound like a broken record. I'm not letting this go, bro. Until I make all the Daima videos that I need to make, until I make all of them that I need to make and completely just get this out of my system, I'm not done, bro. I'm telling you, we got the summary coming, we got the reviews coming, we got the Super Saiyan 3 comparisons coming, Super Saiyan 4. We got all of this stuff coming, man. I'm telling you, this is wild. Justin's drained. This is just horrible. This was a horrible decision. This was an absolutely terrible decision. I cannot believe they did this at the end. And then, oh my gosh, bro. Vegeta not getting Super Saiyan 4 was such a drop. Like, they dropped the ball so hard. Vegeta not getting Super Saiyan 4. We didn't get a fusion. Like, bro, I'm like, what is going on? What's happening, man? Like, oh man, oh my gosh, bro. I can't believe it. I can't believe it, man. I literally on Twitter, which y'all should follow me on Twitter, by the way. But on Twitter, I literally was like, man, this is definitely a reference to Fusion Reborn. All of this stuff, man. I literally predict. I'm thinking that this episode is about to go crazy. And oh my gosh, bro. I am thoroughly disappointed. He said Abel and transformation in Daima. Bro, I don't know. I'm not going to say, personally, I prefer the Super Saiyan 4 transformation over Beast Gohan. I like both, but I'm saying, like, in terms of like transformations that didn't make any sense, I would say I like Super Saiyan 4 better. But like, man, this is just literally crazy. This is like insane. Did never favor Goku. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I really thought Vegeta was going to ask. I thought Vegeta was going to be like, hey, Kakarot isn't going to win this fight. Endow me with the same power that you endowed to him. I thought that's what we was going to see. I thought Vegeta was going to immediately be like, Super Saiyan 4. I thought they was going to fight together. And I thought at the end they was going to be like, we can't beat them alone. We have to do fusion. We got to do fusion. I thought the fusion bugs was about to be a thing. Man, that's what I'm saying. What was the point in Piccolo? Piccolo was there just to aura farm, as they say. Piccolo was literally there just to be there. He was there just for the sake of being there. And where was Gohan? No mention of, no sight of Gohan whatsoever. He could have been such a good help. He could have been such a huge help in this. Why didn't we see Kid Gohan? We know what Kid Gohan looks like. That would have been such an amazing thing to see. Where is Gohan at? This could have literally been one of the greatest Dragon Ball series of all time. This could have been one of the greatest of all time. ever. They could have done so much better. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't horrible. I think it was okay overall. It wasn't good. It wasn't great. It was okay. It was all right. It held us over, you know what I'm saying, for a couple months. It was okay. Speaking from a review standpoint, I thought it was okay. But I can't sit here and say, man, Daima was good. What? Oh my gosh. I suspected for a long time that the fusion wouldn't appear anymore. But when I saw that the episode was going to be called Zenkai, I knew for sure. Yeah, bro. You called it. I'm not going to lie. You called it. Nobody cares about Gohan, bro. You're wildin'. You're wildin'. You're wildin'. That's crazy, bro. Like y'all don't think that Gohan would have been a good addition? Kid Gohan coming back? Gohan would have been stronger than SSJ3. It would have made a lot more sense for they could do without him, yes. And they did without him. But it would have been a really nice touch. A great attention to detail. Gohan, who we saw as a kid before. Oh, he's back as a kid. Oh my gosh. That would have been fire, bro. That would have been awesome. That would have been awesome. They didn't even show, correct me if I'm wrong, but they didn't even show Gohan in the credits. They didn't even show, they showed everybody returning to normal in the credits, except Gohan. Everybody except Gohan. Oh my gosh, bro. He was too deep in studying to notice. That's what I'm saying, bro. Oh my Lord. They should have put him in more of an important role. They should have given him something. Something. They did not give him enough, bro. I'm telling you, we about to, man, I can't wait until I post this Daima content, bro. I can't wait till I post this Daima content because this is just crazy. This is crazy. Writers hate Gohan for real. They hate Gohan and Vegeta. You cannot, everybody knew that Toriyama did not like Vegeta. Everybody knew that. But after this episode, you cannot convince me that Toriyama said F Vegeta for the last time. He said goodbye. Man, just one last F you to Vegeta. Dang, that's crazy, man. Why wasn't Gohan included in Daima? Yeah, I'm asking the same question. I'm asking the same question, man. It's just really disappointing. It's just really disappointing. Not just Gohan, but just everything overall. Like, I'm trying to make sure I said everything. Like, because a lot of stuff I've said, and y'all know, that's a cool picture. But everything that I've said, for the most part, y'all know. But I'm just like, bro, like, it was so much build up. And you know what's crazy, though? You know what's crazy? I expected everybody online to be glazing this episode. I have not seen as many people as I thought glaze it. I haven't seen that many people. Like, I've seen people posting stuff and being like, this was a cool moment, but I haven't seen anybody being like, you know what? This is just an amazing episode, and anyone who thinks otherwise is a lie. Like, I haven't seen anybody doing that, which I'm like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Tell the truth, because this was not a peak episode. It just wasn't, bro. It just wasn't. And it just sucks that this is the finale. It sucks that this was the very last episode. No more Super Saiyan 4. Most likely. I mean, we don't know. It could be carried into Super. But even if it is carried into Super, that would be great. But it doesn't make any sense. We are far past... In Super's timeline where it's at right now is far, far, far past Daima. It's far past that. We've had so many arcs past this. So to reintroduce for a second time, I guess, in the canon side of things, Super Saiyan 4 in Super, when they could have used it multiple times beforehand, won't make any sense. It's not gonna make any sense. Like, we are left with so many unanswered questions. This was a mess. Like, it was a mess. It was a mess. So many unanswered questions. At the very least, we got the actual name for the form, Super Saiyan 4, which we could have guessed that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Thanks. Thanks for telling us what we probably already guessed in the first place. Man, I don't hate Daima. I'm not gonna lie. I don't hate it. I respect your opinion though. I don't hate Daima. But bro, like no teaser for like you know what? You know what I would have forgave. It would have still been bad. But I would have forgave this lapse in detail if they would have announced something about Dragon Ball Super Season 2. If Moro or something like that would have appeared in the credits or something, I would have been like, oh, all is forgiven. Not really, but all is forgiven. I would have been like, yeah, that would have been amazing. That would have been awesome. I would have at least been like, you know what? You're all right with me. I'd be like, yeah, it's Moro time. But no. It was just a huge middle finger at the end. And it was like, yep, well, that's Daima for y'all. I'm like, what? Bro, when I tell y'all, I was heated. I was heated, bro. This episode had me in an uproar. I was like, this better be a joke. This better be a joke. Man, I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. Let me read some of y'all comments, man. It might make sense if somebody was going around stealing God Key. They can whip it out for Anime Moro. I really wish Goma had been defeated by the Dragon Fist. That's another good point. Where are the iconic moves? Bro. No Dragon Fist. Like, none of that. Don't get me wrong. It was really cool seeing Goku fire off a Kamehameha that blasted through every demon world. That was cool. That was cool. I'm not going to lie. And that's probably going to go crazy for a lot of power scalers and stuff like that. Because he literally fired off a Kamehameha that blasted through every demon world. Like, I was like, what? That was cool. They had me in the first quarter. But nah, the rest of the episode was trash. Well, yeah, I can say trash, but it wasn't actually trash. You know what I'm saying? It was just a letdown. It was disappointing. I'm watching the Boo Saga on my TV right now, bro. You need something like, bro. I'm about to just like watch a compilation of the best moments in Dragon Ball to make me feel better about this, because this was disappointing. This was disappointing. Like crazy, bro. Moro is overrated too. I just see him as a Cell 2.0. Moro isn't overrated in my opinion. He was actually a great villain. It's just the execution ending the arc. For some reason, Dragon Ball Super has this issue. Not in every arc, but Dragon Ball in general sometimes has this issue where when it comes to the end and wrapping stuff up, they just ruin stuff. Case in point, Daima. You know what I'm saying? Like Daima, I might make a video about that. Why Dragon Ball has a hard time wrapping up a series. Because they do that a lot. Like, why do they have a hard time wrapping up arcs and series? Dang, yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch this so I can write down that idea. That's a good idea. I might do that for y'all. But they have a really hard time doing that. Case in point, Daima, they did the same thing for the Goku Black arc, both in the anime and the manga, even though the manga's version was better. They did the same thing in the Moro arc. They did all of this build up for Moro just for him to become a Cell 2.0, as you would say, exploding. I'm just like, are you kidding me? I'm like, what's going on? I don't understand. And some could argue that maybe they did the same thing in the Boo Saga. I like the way that the Boo Saga ended, but a lot of people could honestly say at the same time that, look, if Kid Boo is supposed to be like the final boss of sorts, why didn't they just fuse to defeat him? That would have been a cool final battle. You know what I'm saying? So I could see how somebody would say they dropped the ball in the Boo Saga too. It's crazy, man. The Cell Saga wrapped up. The Cell Saga, I would say, is pretty good and all of that too, but it's just, man. Sage just said he isn't bothering to go live now because this episode is meh. Dang, man. Dang, man. It's disappointing. It's disappointing, man. And I mean, because I can understand why a lot of people wouldn't like this though. And I debated about going live right now because I was so disappointed, but I was so amped up. I was like, I gotta get this out on an outlet or something. I was like, I gotta talk about this. It was just crazy. Like, it's just wild. Rest in peace to those who are expecting Super Saiyan 5. Anyone who's expecting Super Saiyan 5, I'm not gonna lie, like that was just a pipe dream. That was always a pipe dream. There was literally no way they was gonna introduce two like two different forms within the same series. Like, not like within the same series, but within 20 episodes, I should say. Like Super Saiyan 4 and Super Saiyan 5, a fusion was honestly like would honestly made more sense. And I'm not saying that just because I rooted for a fusion, but a fusion honestly made more sense. It's just crazy, man. Like, it's crazy. Like, they literally stayed in line with GT the entire time just to flip it. Just literally to flip it in the end. To say, you know what? Meh. Like, I'm like, at the end, did y'all just change your mind? Did you just decide that you didn't want did you just decide that you didn't want to please the fan base anymore? Like, they said, all right, that's enough. Your free trial is over. I'm like, what? We paying for this. I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy. It's crazy, man. Rest in peace to everyone who bought Crunchyroll specifically to watch Dragon Ball Daima. Bro, rest in peace to everyone who paid for streaming services and stuff just to watch Daima and watch this episode right here. This is coming out of our wallets, man. This is I can't believe it. I need better. That's what I'm saying. I agree. I agree. They just had like Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball franchise, and like I get in debate sometimes with Dragon Ball like fans versus like One Piece, because One Piece says that, like, One Piece fans say that One Piece has better world building, and when it comes to story and wrapping up and stuff, they do it better than Dragon Ball. And I really can't argue with that. Like, every time I try to do some type of argument, I can't really argue with it because Dragon Ball keeps proving time and time again that they have trouble wrapping up a series. They have trouble wrapping up a series, but Justin, you're the best, bro. I appreciate it. Stay safe out there, bro. They have trouble wrapping up series, and it's really annoying. Like, just like go online and see what people are saying. Go online and see what people are saying, or go around the room. I don't know how they do it, but it's just almost every time they just butcher the endings. And I'm just like, stop doing that. Like, I could see, look, if it was no fusion and no fusion and no Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and that was it, I could have gotten past this. I could have gotten past it. But it was just so much other stuff. It was blow after blow after blow after blow after blow. Horrible decision. They just kept going. They just kept going. It was like, okay, Ku hit the thing out of his head. I said, okay, that's strike one. Vegeta not getting Super Saiyan 4, that's strike two. No fusion happening, that's strike three. No mention of the fusion bugs, that's strike four. Took us back to the place where they got the fusion bugs just to not mention it, that's strike five. Ku becoming the lead king of the demon realm when King Kadon literally said that he was going to do that anyway. Oh my gosh, bro. The evil third eye, having multiple of them and not just one. So that goes back to Dabura, Abora. That goes back to all of them, man. So you telling me they didn't know that all this time too? They didn't know that this shopkeeper in the third demon world had evil third eyes, the thing that could have made them the ultimate rulers of the demon realm? You telling me that they didn't know that this little shopkeeper had this the entire time? What are you doing? Why did they even do this? We could have lived our entire lives without that information popping up. They did not have to do that. They backpedaled so hard. They backpedaled so hard on such a cool item in the Dragon Ball series and Dragon Ball history. Now it's not a fascinating item anymore. It's not a fascinating item anymore because they diminished its value. They diminished it. They made Glorio step on it like it was nothing. Glorio stepped on it like a bug and crushed it. Why? I don't understand. Like, I could see if somebody charged up a really powerful final blast and blasted that third eye into smithereens. But that didn't even happen. The evil third eye that gave Goma so much power, that increased his power by who knows how much, that took on adult Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4, and could have potentially held its own against a fusion. That weapon was crushed like a bug, like an ant beneath someone's feet. I couldn't believe it. I said, no way they just did that. And then they said that there were two more all along. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, bro. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. I will be really happy. And this stuff like this makes me really worried for Dragon Ball Super to return if it ever did. Stuff like this makes me worried if it ever returns. Because I'm like, y'all have such good source material with the manga, and then you go and you ruin it in the anime. I'm just like, and y'all like have such a hard time wrapping up stories. I really don't want to see the Moro arc come back if they're gonna ruin it, if they're gonna butcher it. I don't want to see it come back if they're gonna do that. It would be cool to see those moments, don't get me wrong. But if you're not gonna do it right, don't do it at all. And it's really a subjective thing, you know what I'm saying? Because there are a lot of people out there who probably thought that was the greatest final episode of any series they've ever seen. There are probably some people out there, but this guy ain't one of them. This guy is not one of them, and I'm standing on that. I'm standing on that. It didn't make no sense. It was a lackluster ending. Daima, this episode, I give it a 5 out of 10, but overall, Daima gets a 6 out of 10 for me. It was just okay. It was just all right. It was cool to pass the time. It was cool to pass the time, and it might be something that I may go back and watch just for history's sake, but nothing that I'm like, bro, this was just, oh my gosh, like, I gotta watch this over and over again. It's just not, bro. It's just not. It had some great moments, though. It had some great moments. That's what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong. Toriyama, great creator and all that stuff, and rest in peace to him. You know what I'm saying? This is an anime at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. But anybody that's using Toriyama as an excuse to say that this is the greatest episode or whatever of all time, or using Toriyama to say that Dragon Ball can do no wrong, in a way, you're really doing more harm than good. Because I'm like, if you really love something, then you're willing to critique it. So if you're like, nah, anything that Toriyama does is fine and he can do no wrong with Dragon Ball, I'm like, what in the world? That's a yes man. But some of y'all don't want to hear that, man. Some of y'all don't want to hear that. Me personally, if it's bad, I'm going to say it's bad. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's the greatest thing in the world if I know that it could have been better. Like, it's just an opinion at the end of the day. Toei Animation, all of them are not going to backpedal on the episode because they hearing me talk. You know what I'm saying? But, man, I got to make a video or something like this on this, man. I have, where's this at? If y'all try and talk about this more, man, I'm going to be responding in the community post on my channel. So go, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are already here. So just go to the community post if y'all want to do some more talking or something like that. Because this is literally crazy. And then I'm also probably going to do a little short or something like that on TikTok and everything. But I have the Dragon Ball Daima summary that's coming like probably sometime either next week or the week after that. It won't be long before that Daima summary comes out. And I got more content coming from y'all, for y'all, movie summaries, Naruto, all of that stuff. I just want to come on here and vent a little bit. I appreciate y'all tuning in. It's probably the most people I've ever had in the stream, but sheesh. I'll talk to y'all later, man. I might jump back on here and just rant some more at another time, but dang. Go tell your friends, man. Daima's final episode